But in the midst of all this discussion about Singaporeans and non-Singaporeans, I think I should emphasize one point, and that is that in Singapore, the interests of citizens always have to come first. Not a short-term interest, but the long-term interests of Singaporeans. And this immigration policy is to benefit Singaporeans in the long term, primarily, rather than to benefit non-Singaporeans at the expense of Singaporeans. It is to safeguard our long-term interests that we need a sustained and a calibrated inflow of immigrants. But to make quite sure there's no misunderstanding, we make a clear distinction between citizens and permanent residents and between PRs and non-residents. So when we have budget packages, CPF top-ups and so on, they are reserved for citizens. And among citizens, those who have done or who are doing NS will get more than those who have not. And if it comes to public housing, to education and healthcare subsidies, we distinguish clearly between citizens and PRs. And I think people know this. Recently, I had the Meet the People session case. An old lady came to see me. She'd lived in Singapore most of her life. Her husband was Singaporean. Her children are Singaporean. But she was not. She kept her original citizenship, Malaysian. Her mother was there. She became a PR. Now her mother has died. She's 70-something. She came to see me. She wanted citizenship. She has no more family ties back home, where home was. So I asked her, why do you need this? You are a PR, your family is here, there's no problem. She said, 拿公民权有钱嘛. If you take citizenship, you get benefits. So we will assess her case on its merits. But I think it is right that we make a clear distinction between citizens and PRs, between PRs and others. And we will make this differentiation sharper over time to reflect the responsibilities and privileges of citizenship. But of course, we cannot make it so onerous for PRs and non-residents that nobody wants to come to Singapore. So we have to keep a balance, see it in perspective, make sure that people don't feel that they have been taken for granted in their own country, but at the same time, not take so myopic a view that you do a policy which is short-term popular, but long-term disastrous.